set, nigga, I'm set. None of these bitches give me stress. None of these niggas on my flex. None of these niggas is a threat. Cool.
Alright. Welcome everybody to the Creative Space. This is episode 2. This will be recorded, by the way. This will be saved, recorded, maybe edited. I don't know. I will see what I'm gonna do with that. This is episode 2, the first one that is recorded. I'm calling it episode 2 because I wanna, show respect to the people who joined last week. I was just fixing the kinks, I was tweaking it up a bit just to make it all efficient so that it's worth being recorded. But I'm calling this one episode 2 because I do want to show respect to the people who hopped on last week. That was Nandi Mbatha, Ndlovu, no Miss DP. Thank you so much for episode 1. It was fantastic. It taught me a lot. It showed me things that I need to work on. Efficiency, time, rambling. We're eliminating all of that. We're getting straight to the juice. Alright? But what is playing in the background? You know me, whenever I come through with the nice music and the nice playlist. Well, what's playing in the background is called High Key by Shay Ekru, actually, which is spelled Cheecru. And the track's name is called High Key. Shout out to you guys for noticing that. Let me give my necessary greetings to the necessary people. Nontando, it's _Nontando_. Thank you for the emojis. You understand the brand. Olani Marcus, thank you for the emojis. Eunice M _ thank you for the emojis. Abayamba Peggy. Angnaz. Under. That's a very tricky handle. _53. I see you. Miss Charlotte _M. Timekeeper, definitely. I respect you guys because you respect my time too. Blessing _Sandile. Shout out to you. Thank you for respecting the emojis. You know what I'm saying? Malanda Bonke. Lelo _K. Shout out to you. Finally, we are on. Indigo _Parkle. Indigo _Sparkle 23 says Ritene. We are inside. We are within. Ayanda.Wanda. Welcome. Eunice _M repeated the same thing. Sandile Mahlangu with the the emojis. You know what is the life. Anyways, if this is your first time on the creative space, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just quickly explain it. This is a beautiful place. This is a very creative place. This is a place where people come to share their passions, their ambitions, and hopefully inspire a couple of people. Hopefully, the Bible says, when 2 or more are gathered in my presence, I am there. And the angels rejoice because a life was saved. I think that is what it says. Same thing here. This is the creative space. And I want to pause you guys quickly and say, if you want to laugh, make jokes, if you're that type of person, this is not the space for you. We are here to share the journeys of life. We're here to share our ambitions, man. We really want to talk about the meaty stuff. So sometimes we do laugh about it, it becomes nice and we joke around here and there, but it's all in good faith. We want people to leave here inspired and not feeling a certain kind of way. There's a standard that we hold in this place, in this beautiful space. Okay, right. So I was checking last week, man. One of the complaints were Guti, I'm not reading enough of the comments. Guys, the creative space has become something that's a lot now. And remember, I'm gunman doing this thing right now. So I'm talking reading the comments. I'm talking accepting requests from the people here on the comments. I'm also talking upcoming musicians. I have a playlist that I want to play. So there's a lot going on, and thank God, Uguti, I had enough time to plan for it, So yeah, episode 2 will be saved. Other people can watch it too if they want to. We have amazing guests today, yo. Yo, I'm Nandi, guys. For real, it's gonna be a fantastic day. But here's the thing, man. I received a lot of tracks that I'd like to play. I'll play them in the background while we do something else, so you can listen to them. And I'll introduce the ones that I'm gonna play, just so that the people get some creds, for sending in their music. But yeah, man, we're not going to really go into it that deep, but they'll be playing in the background, so it's cool because there's something I want to do right now with you guys. And I think that's also something that was lacking last week. So, cool. This first track that I'm about to play is by, what's his name? Gibbs, and it's called Wilding. The second one is going to be by Babes War Dreads. She needs to change the name a bit. Babes _War _Dreads. It's called Go Back. And then the third one is called Cautious by Louis Eckrol. So I'm going to just let them play in the background, yeah? And if you want to know what's what, I'll refer back to them, okay? But for now, yeah, I would like to go through the comments and just find out what would you guys want to know about the guests today, you know? So I'm giving you the opportunities. I'm giving you the opportunity to ask the questions, and I will write them down and ask the guests. Now, I know I'm involving you guys. It's becoming a family thing, you know? And I'm sure you guys still see the product placement in the background. Here we go. What did I say about this? If you've been watching the creator space, what have I been saying about the product placement in the back there? Give you a little second. I mean, this is me doing a live manifestation session, meaning I am manifesting a product. And there's going to be a product. The company's going to pay me to put a product over there for you guys to see it. And I'm going to announce, I'll be like, yes, I'm partnered up with these guys now. And that's what they're going to be paying me for me to do that. I'm manifesting live. Straight up. Who else do you know who does that? So the guests today, we have Nandi Mbatha, we have Caddy, and we have Ndlovu, okay? Okay. So we are 2 minutes early, but I guess I will start to introduce. So, we will introduce our first guest of the day. She is very innocent in the screen, but she is very fierce in person. So don't you think whenever you meet her, you think, who would see, hey, you'll find the innocence in screen. She's just a great actress. You might find something fierce and you'll be shocked. This one is a very, very special one. Wait, let me see if she's still on. Okay, but first, I want to accept a request from a homie of mine, NaakMusiq. We have NaakMusiq in the Hize. I'm accepting, hold up. How? A surprise visit from who? I am NaakMusiq. Oh, wait. It's our guest, ladies and gentlemen. We have Nandi Mbatha. What is the actually? I got you. I got your back. Trust me. I got your back. We have Nandi Mbatha using a friend of mine. She in the his. How's it going, girl? What you doing?
I'm good. Wait, before anyone says anything about anything, guys, my phone died. My phone is still...
Yeah. She did call me and she was telling me that her phone is dead. She wanted to make a plan because she respects my audience so much that she had to make a plan. If it was another person, let me tell you something. Actually, I'm backing you up. Let me tell you something. If it was another person, they would have been like, sorry, man, my phone is dead. I can't hop on. But Nandi was like, I respect your audience, so I'm going to make a damn plan. And she made a damn plan. Hey, yo, she is a woman with plans, bro.
With a dog.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Never catch me slipping, ever.
Never catch you slipping. Even the weave game is saying what's happening. What is that? Is that Peruvian? Is that Brazilian?
It's Malaysian.
Girl, I don't even know. All right, cool. You know what? Now that the introductions are done, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have to really talk too much about the introductions, and we've cleared a lot up. I feel like we've cleared a lot up. We've cleared it up. Now they must...
Yeah, we cleared it up. We're good. Yeah. They all caught up, I think.
Cool. Listen, to start this interview, Nem, I wanted to start in the beginning, but then as I was talking now, I think I want to start where I want to start right now. And the reason why I want to start where I want to start right now is because I feel like you didn't get enough credits for it. And I like giving credit where it's due. I like giving credits where they do because creds then inspire other people, because this is quite the inspirational story. So I'll ask you, how the fuck was...
Dog. Paris... Yeah. Thing is, also, the reason why it didn't blow up was because Paris was Paris. But Paris was actually... Like Paris, walking down the runway in Paris was like adrenaline on 100.
You know what I'm saying,
like, what the hell? I've made it in life. Like, I'm walking down a runway in Paris.
That is what I'm fucking saying. That's what I'm saying. That, look, you needed to get that recognition, and I'm putting it out there. It's major. It's major. You know what I mean? Let's really put it there. Niggas was in Paris.
Yeah.
Niggas was in Paris.
But I understand why there isn't much recognition about it, because I didn't really post about it. You know, there was a bit of drama.
No, man. Listen, you posted about it. I didn't have to go that far. I just scrolled by, and then I saw a caption that says, "Ooh, it's chilly here in Paris. That's why I brought the heat." Boom. So Oh, so yeah. Tell me, man, how did that come about on the real though? How did that happen? This whole modeling career of yours, it just began and it was like, boom, you Kendall Jenner the game. Like, how did that start? Yeah.
Well, I started with modeling, right? And then, acting came about. And then when Istembi, so I was like,
Yeah.
modeling just came up again. And it was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're going with the flow.
And then that gentleman, your stylist, what's his name?
Kateria.
Kateria. I didn't know how
Yeah.
to pronounce it, by the way. I was looking at it and I'm like,
Yeah.
Quiteria?
What?
Quiteria. Hey, look, it's Quiteria. It's Quiteria. Quiteria. What did you tell Biden?
Kateria.
Quiteria. Kateria. Where did you meet Kateria? Kateria. Where did you meet Kateria?
We met. He DM'd me actually. He was like, "Yo, I dig a vibe. I dig a style, girl. Let's work."
Yeah.
And so I was like,
It's like,
understood. I mean, he dressed Beyonce. He's
hey,
been making
leads.
a lot of he's been moving in his industry. So I was just like, why not?
Lalela. Nje, the content y'all are releasing, money no get out, dude. I swear, I am jealous, man. That all those clips, yeah, all those voguing, all those points. He has my numbers. He does. No, he does.
You died?
I don't like following people, man. I don't like, we spoke, we did
You
our
just want
thing,
the action to go like.
Yeah, so just remind him, be like, Yazini, ignale out, nudge, young toil. Naming for no thing. Feel me? I can.
You also wanna.
I used to. You know what I mean? I want to carry the game.
The game.
So basically, your story is a young woman, young girl from a KZN. KZN Bukonjim. Just let's send them a shout out quickly. Bagupi.
Newcastle.
Give me a minute. Stop using your mouth. Don't use your mouth. We have sound effects. Okay, we have sound effects in the house. Anyways,
I have to use my mouth. It's that much effective.
Alright. Young girl from Newcastle all the way in Paris. Let's understand the depth of that. And I think people needed to really shout it out because you represent a whole lot more than you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a young girl in Newcastle saying, I don't think it's possible for me to make it out there. But now, you guys from Newcastle made it all the way to fucking Paris. You know what I mean? Like, that's hectically international. And I'm proud of you for that. You know
like, what am I doing on an international stage?
What if you know what?
I'm short. Like, for a model, I shouldn't be on a runway.
And you made it on there.
And I made it on the runway. I'm like,
how tall are you, by the way?
I'm shorter than you. How tall are you?
I'm 177. How tall are you? You're like 1'5", man. 1'5".
Yeah, somewhere there. But I'm not that short, Sandile. You're here.
Okay, 1'6". I'm taller than you by more than that. Stop. You 1'6". Okay, let's give you 6. Let's move from 5 to 6. You 1'6".
Okay.
Let's leave it at that. Don't even. Okay, cool. So a young girl from Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal, made it to Paris on a runway. You were working in Paris. You know, people can travel to Paris now and then, but you were actually there for business. And you are even shorter than what they want, but you still made it there. Anything is fucking possible. I mean, anything is fucking possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Manje, let's go back to the beginning. Now, because now that we've gotten that out of my chest, I want to go back to the beginning. In the beginning, there was Nandi. Nandi, I've always wanted to ask you this. Nandi is short for what? Is it short for Nandipa?
It's just Nandi. Sandile, I told you this. You know this. It's just Nandi. Nandi.
It would have made sense when Unandipa, in case that then you casted, we are pega. You know, I'm getting to a point. Nandi, what were you doing before you blew up? What was your life before you blew up?
I was stuck. I'm sorry.
What were you stuck doing?
Comments are cracking me up. But I was.
This is gonna trend. This is gonna trend hella. Anyways, Anyways, let us ride this beautiful wave. This is the creative space, ladies and gentlemen. We got Nandi Mbatha out here chilling next to my homie. I am NaakMusiq. This is such a beautiful vibe, y'all. But Nandi nje. Pendula Pen, what were you up to before you blew up?
I was studying at UJ, right? I was doing PMG, Public Management and Governance, but I did not like it. Like, I'm not a person of politics. Like,
yeah.
don't
You
involve
just
me
wanted to
in
be
that
out of
stuff.
your castle, man. You just wanted to be out of your
Yeah,
castle and be like in the city of gold and
that's
see.
why I
Did you
went
always
to
know
the
that
hand.
you wanted to be an actress? Did you always
Not
know?
really.
Is it? How did you get the first
So,
that casting? How did that happen? The casting, how did it happen?
well, I saw a post, right? Linda Mtoba post is like, okay, guys, Obama's having auditions, da 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 da, email this email address, send your pictures, tell us about yourself, da 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 da. Da. And so I did that. Then they responded literally like 5 minutes after I sent the email. And they were like, okay, so here's where you're coming. This is the location of the audition. Um, this is the time. Yeah. I went there and the rest of
The most interesting thing, and this is beautiful because this is how God works, man. Whenever you just take that leap, because you could have decided not to do that, right? But you did decide to
exactly.
do it. Something inside of you told you to do it. A lot of people in the production obviously me, so I've been having conversations with them, and they were like, we knew from the point when Nandi sent that picture, Oguti, she was the one. They're like, as soon as you walked up into the scene, they knew that you were the one. Can you imagine how deep that is? Like,
Yeah.
when it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. All right, cool. Let's pause for a minute, ne? I am seeing a lot of comments here. They are very interesting comments. Do you want us to entertain these comments?
Laughing comments are cracking me the fuck up. Like, you don't understand.
Oh, cry underscore Seiki says, I'm sure homeboy is low-key annoyed. I mean, no,
What?
let me answer that question. I definitely know that my brother is not annoyed, okay? Me and him, we cool. I mean, look, this is what it is. He understands that this is the creative space time. This is Sandy,
Yeah.
Nandi, in the creative space having time. So I don't know what everybody's tripping about. Y'all need to start, y'all need to
Like,
chill.
we all creators, we have to make this happen. Like, we have to tell our stories. Like, the people need to
We
hear
have
our
to tell our
stories.
stories. Yeah, the
Exactly.
point of this whole conversation is to just demystify actors and musicians and creatives as a whole, to show that we are
Yeah.
regular people. We do have the necessary conversations. We are actually pretty woke, and we are humans as well. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Cool. So we can keep the conversation going, Nandi. Tell me, how was it? I want you to paint a picture for us now, because STEMIS was your first job, right?
Yeah.
STEMIS was your first job. So
Yeah.
please wait. Just minus the comments for now. We'll get to
Okay.
we will get to the comments. I promise you. We will get to the comments. Anyways, STEMIS was your first job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how did it feel like your first day on set? This is what a studio is. First time seeing it. Paint us that picture on your first day. Like, what was going through your mind?
My first day actually was exterior. We were shooting
Uh-huh.
the Coco. Oh my God, Coco Castile. You know that scene.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So,
initial scenes, yeah.
yeah. So we were shooting that. We started in KZN, so it was exterior. And then I just remember feeling so stupid. Like, why am I running, screaming Coco, Coco in front of all these people? I've never acted in my life. So it's like, are you guys used to this? Are you guys looking at me and like really laughing, or is it? And like I look around, nobody's laughing. I'm like,
It's a real
okay,
thing. This
it's
is
a
really
real thing. Like
happening.
this really happens. Like people really do this for a living. It was crazy. I was crazy scared. Like I was so scared, but I had to push through it because I mean Angus chose me out of like what thousands of people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to disappoint, so I had to just
And
do it. I
you
literally threw
pushed through
myself.
for three fucking seasons. I'm
Three.
very interested. Listen, I'm very yeah. Like I'm interested and fascinated by the way that you travel through social media. Like you know how to do the social media thing. You know what I'm saying? Is it
I
because
do.
of oh come on. Wasn't your account hacked just now? Your account was hacked, I think, last year.
My account
Was it?
was hacked,
It
yeah.
was on what 300,000 followers, name something like
I
that.
was on 120K.
And then you were hacked, and then you had to start
So
another
I
one.
had to start again.
And then now, where are you now, by the way?
Now I'm on like 625K.
What the fuck? Shit.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I'm
so
saying it.
close to a million.
You are killing it. You know how to work this thing, girl. I listen. You know how to work this thing, girl. Trust me. Look at my face. Look at my face. You know what I'm saying? Got this shit on lock. Trust me. Anyway.
Okay, gas me up, gas me up.
Anyways, tell me what is next for you? What is next for Nandi Mbatha? Actually, I also went through your website, dude. Your website is fire, hey?
No, I need to update that website, hey?
But who did that? Who did your website for you?
Hmm?
Who made your website?
I'll send you his contact. He's really good. His name is Ronnie.
Please do. It's amazing. I was like scrolling through. I'm like, damn, it's so professional.
Yeah, quality,
Consolidates
right?
everything so nicely. Yeah. So tell me, what is next for Nandi Mbatha, by the way?
A lot. A lot. Like
You want to drop a little gem, a young poop, young tick?
well, there is gonna be some acting involved. There is gonna
Oh,
be
word.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I see.
A little deeper into the modeling industry, I mean. So it's
Of
not
course.
just
Of
modeling
course.
anymore. It's like me gonna be like really exploring it and also creating opportunities for people who want to model.
Yeah. I know, man. Look, you are killing the game right now. This modeling shit of yours, you're doing the right. Every picture of yours, Jay, is like, hey, are you walking around with the photographer? Is it just your iPhone?
Ah!
For real.
I've got someone really close by.
Okay. Oh, okay. I again. Okay. No, nyaguzo. Nandi Mbatha, thank you for joining us. This is the creative space. I was so happy. I appreciate you logging on right now, helping us out, okay? And just to clarify it one more time, I don't think they heard it because they just joined us now. Yeah, just joined us. I understand that Unandi, guys. Let me do it. Let me do it for you. You can just back me up. Unandi, guys. Her phone died. And it didn't want to charge properly. So she called me and she's like, listen, she used my friend's phone and she called me. You see, that's how she got my numbers, through my friend's phone. She's like, yo, listen, my phone is dead. I can't log in, but I don't want to disappoint you, okay? And I don't want to disappoint your audience. I'm gonna log on with my friend's phone. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's very cool. And I'm glad that you respect my audience the way that you do. And you are very appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening here. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, is that not being a ride or die, Sandile? If you do not have a ride or die in your life, now you know that you do.
Click, clack. Click, clack.
Jig.
I feel
all
you.
the time. Gang,
100%. 100%. Nandi, thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you for
so
having
much,
me.
Man. This was amazing. This was very fun. This right here is going to trend. And I know it's because of you. Thank you so much.
Do you see how many views you got there? Do you see how many people are watching this right now?
I'm seeing how many people are watching this right now.
Yeah, save it for me. I want to go to the comments.
I will definitely. But they will respect you. They will respect you, okay? I will make sure of that. Okay?
Thank you, Sandile.
You will respect my guests. I don't give a damn about who you are. You will respect my guests. I like the song. Ain't nobody do it like I do. Screwing like a screw. And girl, I see what you do. Always at work, you always at school. All your friends play. Baby, listen to the song. Wait, hold up. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Wait up. You know that I'm the same way. I ain't with the game play. If you let me, I can change things. I ain't with the game. Yeah. I'm just trying to maintain. Here's some things in my name. Do it boom. Baby girl, I'm making you boom. All right, we're back. That was just a young ad break, okay, to give it a young distance between the live we just had and what we're gonna do now, okay? So I hope you guys are over the whole thing that you guys were talking about just now. Guys, okay, you never know what's gonna happen. It's unpredictable. You know what that means? It means it is unpredictable. Shout out to Sandile Mahlangu in the cut. My younger brother dropping the emojis and not forgetting Cool. So we're gonna move on right along. We're going back to what you call this, the other playlist. This playlist that was sent by upcoming artists, and I keep shouting this out. People are sleeping on the game. Means to me now. If you are an upcoming musician, upcoming artist, send me links so I can put them into. I'm gonna compile a playlist called the Creator Space Playlist. Here it is right here. And I'm going to make this public so people can come and scroll through my playlist, because I'm going to share this playlist with people. So people can come through and scroll through the playlist and play your music. Like, yo, you know, I got a couple of tracks, quite a few actually, but it's not enough. I thought in by now, there'd be like 100 here. I'd be sitting on 100 tracks. Come on, what's going on? This is the Creator Space. For those who just joined us today, right now, this very moment, this is where people come to share their ambitions, their passions, and their journeys, and hopefully inspire a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got Ubonga Percy in the comments, and oh, this is the writer for the River guys, and also he told me that he's the producer now. He's also producing the show now. He says, "How do y'all kill someone? How do y'all kill someone from just soccer? The world is messed up." Hey, let me answer him quickly, okay? I have heard of people being killed off of 50 cents. Umgoloti fiber, yakubulala umuntu. Kwazi sifubeni. Yacisha, yaphela nje indaba. Ne-50 cent. So ngiyayikhola le ntwana mayithi bulele somebody. Badlala idiski. I'm sure bakhuluma ngontombizodwa, yabona Ntombizodwa. Athi Ntombizodwa thekeni lami, take wena pipe blah. You know, it's easy to kill somebody. That happened on the Gomorrah, the first episode. Papa dead. Happens. You know what I'm saying? Cool. What time is it? My alarm just went off now. It is about that time. We are moving on right now. We're moving on to the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. This guest of mine it became such a close friend of mine actually. It's because of the like-mindedness that we share, and you know, having conversations with the sir, I've learned quite a lot with him. Mr. Bradley, in the business. Give me a minute. I'm still learning, you know, the sound effects. Give me a shout. So off the top, we're not gonna go too long. Off the top,
okay,
for the people at home, who is Bradley Ndlovu?
Okay, it's me.
Yes, and
yeah, no, I'm an entrepreneur. I think you summed me up nicely there. I'm an entrepreneur, project manager, and the owner of 4W Lifestyle. 4W's Lifestyle is an experiential and events agency. We do a lot of social media. We do a lot of consumer and youth cultural insights.
Yeah.
And then obviously events and talent management.
What does 4W do, especially with the youth?
So we do youth and cultural insights. So what we do is that we sell strategies to brands to market their products or offering to the youth market. But at the same time, we do event and talent management, and we deal across the board. Yeah.
You know, bro, Bradley, bro, your grind really fascinates me, and it fascinates me because it's a very unique one, and I relate to it a lot. Seeing you have a company called 4W, which is the events, 4W Lifestyles, the events, and also you have another company which is a brand, which is Brad Ndlovu. You know what I'm saying? It's highly rare where you find a businessman who can also own his own brand. Instead of pushing the one brand, he's pushing both brands. And I feel like that's something that I'm also into. I like diversifying my income streams that way. So tell me, dude, how did you, what is that? Is that planned for? Was that premeditated for you to become Bradley Ndlovu as a brand as well? Or were you just a cool kid, naturally, you know, a cool kid?
No. I think I'd say my background, I guess, before I entered into the whole digital space, I was obviously employed under an events company of sorts and a liquor distribution company where I actually had to practice the things that I'm doing now through that. And I think after project managing a couple events, after interacting with a couple people, you kind of like find yourself a new space within everything that is happening. And I think what I did is that I took a chance on myself, and I wanted to develop something that is a little more. So how I first, well, with my business partner who's watching the live actually, we
Yeah.
started
No, name drop.
4W.
Don't be scared. Name drop. We out here. We are out here. We're here about sharing, man. Let's share
Perfect.
everybody who's helping in our lives. You know,
Yeah.
who do we have? Who do we have helping you out?
Tebe Monze. So what we did is that we realized that Cape Town has this, because that's where we were based at the time, is that Cape Town as a space didn't have a space for young professionals, students, um, people of color actually to link up in a space. And what we created is that we created events that we hosted once a month, for people to link up and connect.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, we did it, fortunately, we did it in premium spaces and premium restaurants, bars, and on premium venues. But what then happened is that we got brands that called us because they were very interested in what we were doing and this particular market, because we are a minority, unfortunately, in Cape Town.
Mm.
Yeah. But
All right, cool.
just going back on your question, I think that's what it was. We had something cool that was happening that was very relatable to us and our strengths, and then we created a business out of it. I think it was from those one, two calls from
that was
brands.
definitely
Yeah.
the question. But you have your shit figured out. You know, when you look at a person, you're like, this person has a lot of, like, you got your shit figured out. And that's why when I asked you the question, I was like, is it premeditated or is it something that just naturally happened? I think maybe because of the fact that, you know, you are definitely passionate about what you're doing, especially with 4W lifestyle. I think with that being said, that sort of blends in with your character as well. You know what I mean? You know how to make it move. You move it like weight. You know, you move it like weight. And because you push yourself to push this brand, it becomes a baby of yours and it moves with you and you become a brand, Ndlovu. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if a lot of people who turn up here in Johannesburg, or not even turn up, but people who are really in the know-how will know how this man is and who this man is right here. So y'all need to be listening and y'all need to be taking notes. How do you hop into this space over here and take over Johannesburg? I see you rolling with the elites, which means you definitely are elite. Now, no Trevor Steeman in the cut. No Trevor Steeman in the cut. No Trevor Steeman in the cut. Oh, Rich Nisi in the cut as well. Shout out to you guys for joining the live. This is the creator space. I'm just gonna do a little insert quickly. Just for the people who just joined. For the people who just joined, this is the creator space, ladies and gentlemen. This is where people come to share their ambitions, their talents, their journeys, and their passions, and hopefully inspire a couple of people. We don't need a lot. Just need about 2 or 3 people to be inspired by the live. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like 3 or 2 is enough. It's enough. We've done our job. We good. Okay. Back to Bradley Ndlovu. Let's talk about the fashion. You knew I was coming here. You knew I was gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Fashion
Oh,
enthusiast.
what do you want to
Where
know?
where do you draw your inspiration from, bro? Because let me tell you something, man. I love fashion, but it takes a while for me to get a look together. You know, where do you? Maybe you can help me out with this. Where do you get inspiration from?
Sandile, I think you are a very fashionable guy. I don't think you have problems with how you dress or how you look.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you. But how about you?
Um, I guess I'm influenced by a lot of people around me. My friends that you just mentioned now are
Yeah.
very big in the fashion world. Designer on the one side, stylists, fashionistas. I guess like I pick up a lot of tips from them. And also I
Yeah.
dress for my body per se. You know, I think I'm fortunate enough to have a body that can dress in any way. I'm not skinny or anything, so I can fit
You're
well.
muscular,
Yeah.
so I saw your most, I think it's one of your most recent posts or the second post before this one, where you're out
Yes.
there flexing your muscles. You got a young jacket over your shoulder. I saw that. I was like, there's
You
Bradley
made
Ndlovu taking.
you made me go bold, so I needed to. at least have a young introduction just to test the waters. I needed to know if I needed to wear a hat or something for,
Oh
you
no,
know,
bro.
this.
Oh yeah, we are completely free. My human beings that are watching the show currently are the most sincere, most genuine people who are here to listen to the knowledge, because that's all we share in the creative space. You know what I'm saying? So now I
Amazing.
want you, like right now, there are so many people who want to become entrepreneurs, and it's just so difficult to find the things to do. How did you find what you needed to do, and what would you say to people out there right now who are sitting down saying they can't find what to become, entrepreneur wise? They don't know what to sell, they don't know what to become. What do you think? What is the juice? What is the good juice? What is that?
Yeah, it's a very interesting question, I won't lie. For me, I'd say my background is that I played sport once upon a time. And because of my height restrictions, I couldn't pursue that professionally. But with that, what you do find is that you develop the sense of discipline, the sense of drive, you become a doer, and that kind of thing. And then every single opportunity that comes to you, you see it exactly that, like an opportunity. So, how can I best fulfill this? And that's it. You just need to be the
Mm,
best at what you do now, because that puts you in the best position for the next opportunity, if you know what I mean. So I think for entrepreneurs out there is that number one, you need to know what it is that you are really, really good at, what you're really, really passionate at, and take a chance at it, you know?
mm,
And we don't live in that age anymore where you have to throw all your money, all your efforts into one specific thing. You can go and get a job or whatever it is, because you need to live, you need to pay rent, you need to survive. But
yeah,
you can use that to invest in this opportunity that you have. And I think
true.
that's the best um, way to go about life. If you are passionate about something, we live in a time now where you can promote easily, you can target your business like how we're doing now on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Oh, we got the Sivu in the cut, and his comment is saying, nothing like discipline and focus to take one to the finish line. Oh yes, that is wisdom right there. Speaking about Sivu and the Rich Mnisi and Trevor Stearman, there's this quote that I had on my status. I don't know if you saw it. I was uploading it, and I actually said it just now as well. I was like, Newton's first law says that an object will stay at rest or in a constant motion until it is acted upon by an external force. So I quoted that. And I said that to people that they are the objects. Me, you, we are the objects. And the external forces are the things that we surround ourselves with. Those are the things that have the power to change how we think and change our state from at rest to stationary. I mean, from at
Mm.
rest to constant move, from constant move to something else. Otherwise, we become complacent if we surround ourselves with complacency. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I fully understand what you were saying when you said that, because of my friends, I get my inspiration from my friends. They're very great in the fashion industry. And trust me, I've seen all of your posts, all of y'all. Manhlangene, Buffett, when you guys are like this, shit, you just look at it and it just smells like 13,000 Rand cologne, dude. I don't know. You just like, when something looks good, that it smells good, you haven't even smelled it. That's the vibe that I have whenever I see you guys. So, Mr. Brandon Ndlovu, what do you have next on the roster for yourself? What is up next?
A lot. I mean, I think the lockdown has given us some time to reflect and realign our goals,
Mm.
kind of get in touch with exactly who you are. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm prioritizing myself more than anything. And I've
Yeah.
got
Ooh, I love that.
yeah, I've got quite a few projects lined up. I mean, this time is an opportunity for us to innovate. It's not even like, what's your name? It's like steps
Yeah.
ahead. So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah, that's what I am busy working on with my team. Yeah.
I love what you said when you're working on yourself. I think that's very important, and I think that's what lockdown has allowed us to do, because usually we're so caught up with what we get up to that we don't even look after ourselves. And I remember saying this in one of my lives. I was like, I think goals. When a person sets goals, sometimes we see these goals as something far away from us, that they are there. We need to find them. You know what I mean? Like when we write them down, we feel like they're a distance away from us. But what if goals come to you based on how you adjust yourself. You know what I mean? Like by working on yourself, you then bring the goals closer to you. You attract the goals instead of you having this mentality that you have to chase the goals. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
That's very
it
true.
kind of makes sense if you think about it, because for me to become a fashion model, I need to work on myself in my fashion sense, right? And naturally, fashion modeling will attract itself to me. You know what I mean? I need to surround myself with people who are fashion forward, fashion trendsetters, fashion enthusiasts, and then I will become such. If I want to be an actor, I will work on my craft, and then naturally I will then tend to become an actor. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking about working on myself. I think, yes, Gentleman McGuire just said it now. He says manifestation. By the way, now, excuse me, I had to burp. By the way, now that we have Mr. Bradley Ndlovu, Mr. Rich Mnisi, oh man, yo, we got some people in this live right now, okay? We got the Sivu on lock, we got Trevor Stearman. Listen, that over there, I'm basically doing a live manifestation session with my people. Did you see
I
that? You
like
just
it.
noticed it now. Is that the first time you noticed it?
No,
That's
I
called product
noticed it when
placement.
you.
Yeah?
I
So I'm doing a live
involved.
manifestation because, people talk a lot of game. That's what I've noticed. People talk a lot of game, but they forget that people are not within their perspective, right? Like if somebody can say, you can manifest, another person will just look at you, top, will be like, "So kulmangan lo. What is manifestation? What is all that shit?" You know what I'm saying? We can talk a good game, but we need to work. We need to show them that this thing really does work. So product placement over there, I set it up and I was like, I'm gonna put that there as a way to show these people that I'm not just about the game. I'm not just about talking, and I'm actually about the action, because that's what the world is about. So eventually, soon, Zoboni product placement is that there'll be a nice product there sitting saying, sponsored by, etc., etc.
I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
Nike is keeping that space,
Oh,
holding it
yeah,
down very
I'm
well.
mfethu, yeah. Ngiyangithola. Bengingafuni ukuthi ibonakale ngaleyo ndlela, but yeah. I mean, Nike is kind of making it look pretty because yeah, it's all good. It's all good, brother, man. All right,
Mm.
so this was Mr. Bradley Ndlovu, sir. This was a fantastic conversation that I just had with you. I'm sure people have eaten. Where can we find 4W? Dude? Where do we need to go to know that it's 4W? Things like that.
Yeah, we are on this platform as well. You can find us at 4W_lifestyle on Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Bradley Ndlovu, also send yourself a shout out, sir. You deserve a shout out. I mean, come on. There's the brand 4W, and then there's the brand Bradley Ndlovu. They'll know the
Yeah.
difference when they get there. So
Yeah, you
just
can.
shout out there. Shout out.
You can find me at Bradley Ndlovu on Instagram as well. Yeah.
All right.
But Sandile, thank you so much. This is great. What you're doing here is so inspiring. I like that you are doing this twice a week. Even your engagement is good. Because I'm always here. Like I watch the comments and the people that you're touching. Even for you yourself, like you're doing well. Like I enjoy the content
Thanks,
that
man.
you spend so much time. I don't even know what goes on in your head. It's so fascinating. But yeah, continue doing this. It's great. It's touching a lot of people. It's helping people get out and, like right now, like people
Thank you
are
so
dealing
much,
with
bro.
lockdown in other ways, but this is very inspiring. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. I appreciate you so much, bro. So much,
Thank you,
so
brother.
much. Thanks, man.
All
Shout out to
right.
you, man.
Sure.
I love it. Let me tell you what I love. I love when the reason why I did this, man. The reason why I bring guests to the show now, and it's not just me only and talking to you guys, because I get to a point where I reach a plateau, and I never wanted to get like that. I want other people to come and bring their perspectives and their journeys into the show, because I can only talk about my journey so much, and it I feel like it sort of loses the value. But if I bring people who I believe in, and I know that they have value, and they've been working on their brands, to come and have conversations with you guys too, I think that also just ups the ante, and it makes it all enjoyable. So I'm sure you guys ate from what Bradley said, especially you entrepreneurs, people who are trying to hop on now, trying to jump. The lockdown has been so tough for a lot of us, and it's always great to learn new things, man. Oh, KW_Nyanga says, I miss Bradley. Yeah, man. I'm glad that you miss him. You must just give you a taste of the people, not the whole of the people. And I'm seeing the comments. You guys are saying that you guys are inspired, and I am glad. I am happy that you guys are inspired. Oh, we have our third guest. in the cut. This young gentleman over here, yo, I met this gentleman through a modeling gig. We're doing modeling gigs. You know, he's still fully within the modeling gig. You know, still Mr. Cool Kid. You know, I kind of hopped off, but you know, the relationship's still stuck because Sir is unlocked. Sir is wise as fuck. I don't know if you guys have had a conversation with Caddy, but he has a lot of lives these days. He's very woke, he's very awakened, you know what I'm saying? And I always vibrate well with people who can have conversations like the way that we have conversations. Yeah, but I get tired of rocking up to a place and then all we do is just talk about Utwala and I don't know, you know, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that's very tiring for me. It really is. And I think, you know, the conversation that we have, me, Caddy, and the people that I bring on, we're trying to shift the culture, trying to shift conversations, man. Let's just change it about. Let's change conversations, man. Jesus. So, without further ado, please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Caddy in the cut. Mr. Caddy in the cut. Yeah, wait. There we go. We're only getting better, so we are only getting better.
I love it.
Sure. Before we even go into it, man. Actually, while we're going into it, I'm trying to say, my nigga, I am impressed by your work rate when it comes to campaigns, bro. How are you doing it? How are you doing it? Is there any clothing brand that you haven't worked with?
I mean,
how are you doing it?
If I was trying to, it's man, send you, man. So what's it? Manning blind.
Every time I'm checking every week, and I go into this man's Instagram, new campaign, clothing brand, striker pose, etc., etc. Tell me, dog.
Sure.
Tell me. When did you know that is your spillion? When did you know?
So honestly, I always wanted to be a TV presenter, right? And I'm from Nigeria, a very small town, and I didn't know there was such things like modeling. Well, I knew there was modeling, but I thought it was a far-fetched dream that you'll have to go through so many things in order for you to be like a model for any brand, right? Started the TV industry, started doing TV, and along the way I met a couple of people, like you said, like you meet people that have different conversations, you know, and they told me, Guti, you can actually do modeling. You don't have to wait for years, dude, or you have to go to a modeling school. You've got the perfect body, you've got the perfect attitude, and you can represent a brand well, and you can jump on the entertainment, on the modeling industry. So I started probably like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Started around those times. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about perception, dog. I think it's very interesting. You know, the fact that you already had that mentality 3 years ago. It made a lot of difference because I had a different mentality 3 years ago. I was told that you're too short.
Sure.
You need to quit this shit.
Yeah.
All you can do is commercials. You know. And for the fact that luckily I had a thick skin. Literally 3 years ago, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. So I had a thick skin and I moved I was like, okay, cool. We move. We adjust. So let me do commercials. So I went commercial more than modeling per se. You know what I'm saying? So speaking about this whole perception thing, you know, you already had that right. So the mentality needs to always be sharp. I understand that fully. Cool. So that was it.
Sorry, you always have to also like get information. I understand. I've also been told that I'm not too tall also, you understand? But when you have these conversations with other people, they'll tell you that there's actually different departments of modeling. The tall ones are for the runway. So you know it's okay, there I won't be able to do it. But there's catalog models. There's still models. You don't have to be tall there. As long as if you have the attitude and you've got the vibe, then you're good to go. Yeah.
See, I remember just now, on Kumbuli, but I think it was 30 minutes ago, we spoke about literally information. I spoke about it. Somebody asked the question and they were like, how do we make it in the acting industry, but we also say modeling, in the modeling and acting industry, if without an agency? And then her comment was, agencies ruin people's lives. And I said in response, I don't think agencies ruin people's lives. I think it's misinformation that ruins people's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She needs to study the game to understand what she's jumping into, because crooks exist in every shape and form, you know.
You
So
gotta do your
information is very
research.
important. Yeah, information is very fucking important.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, we keep it moving. So, Mr. Caddy.
Yeah.
Who is Mr. Caddy? And why Caddy, bro?
Oh, so
Let's go
let me
into
tell you
that.
how I got the name Caddy, right? So when I was young, my dad, this is a crazy story. So my dad used to play golf. My dad was obsessed with golf, right? And so my dad and my mom were separated at that time. So my dad wasn't allowed to come see me at my mom's place. So what my dad would do was he would fetch me from school. Like he would come to school and tell the teachers that I need to go with him maybe to a doctor or whatever. And then I go with him and play golf. So when I was young, that's my name, like my original name, birth certificate. So white people couldn't pronounce Uteboho, it was Teboho. So as a kid, it frustrated me so much that I told my dad, I don't like these people calling me Teboho. Like, you know, it doesn't sound nice because at home they don't say Teboho, they say Teboho. So then then Caddy, So my dad started calling me Caddy. Got home, he started calling me Caddy, you know, over the phone call. And then my mom found out that my dad calls me Caddy. And it's like, oh, so Caddy, man. Next thing you know, everybody at home is calling me Caddy. And I was like, that's the name.
I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you, bro. I appreciate for the fact that you went that deep with that question, you know, taking it to like your hometown, bro. You answered the question I was about to ask, and you just answered it straight up, just like that. We really appreciate your honesty and your generosity with the information, bro. So tell me, presenting. So now you're moving from Nigel, and you're saying, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be a presenter.
Sure.
But that was your initial goal, yeah?
That was my initial goal.
Bro, Busanya or Bezkipa? What out of nowhere?
It was weird for me because where I'm from, like, there's nurses, there's doctors, there's soldiers. Like, if you want to be on TV, dude, you're crazy. You're it's a crazy thing, you know? You don't understand. So I told my mom, I was like, this is what I want to do. And whether you like it or not, this is what I'm going to do. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to do anything else. And it's what I'm going to do. Luckily, my mother was very supportive. And she was like, okay, cool. If this is what you want to do, then do it. Went to go study at Boston on my journey in my studies. Went for auditions. Did some research, you know. I went to the streets. I got agencies. I spoke to people in the entertainment industry via Facebook DMs. Where are the urban brew studios? Yeah. When I get to the urban brew studios, when I get to the urban brew studios, what do I say? Who do I talk to? Who's the important person? Do I talk to the director? Do I talk to the producer? Do I talk to the script writer? Who, you know, and I got all that information. Good to know. When you get to these places, these are the people that you need to talk to. And this is what you need to do. This is the kind of attitude that you need to have. Came to Joburg, was in the streets, boy. Trying to find where Urban Brew is. Get to Urban Brew. Trying to talk to people. People are telling me, no, we're not looking for this. Go back home. Going back home, doing more research. Where the MTV studios at? I need to find out where MTV is. Get to MTV. Who am I speaking to? I spoke to all those people until I found somebody who told me about a gig, which was my first gig.
Yeah.
So it was like, there's a science and technology show on SAPC 1 and they're looking for a TV presenter. And I didn't do science and technology in high school. So for me, it was a bit of a science and technology. But you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go do it. Let's go and audition. Yeah.
Let's go. It's that grind, dog.
Yeah, boy. Like,
it's that grind, dog. You know?
Mentality of just go do it, dog. Just go do it.
Yeah. What you got to lose? What you got to lose?
Exactly. Got in the taxi. Got to the audition. When I got there, I was the first person. Got there, spoke to this lady. This lady was like, "Are you the first person here?" And I'm like, "I didn't do science and technology, disclaimer. So I need to know what I'm going to be doing here. If I'm going to be doing chemistry or what am I going to be calculating? Just let me know." She's like, "No, we're just going to give you a script. You need to know the script and you need to just deliver." And for me, like when I grew up, I used to look at myself in the mirror and I used to like read magazines in the mirror and pretend like I'm a presenter. So for me, it was just like a thing of, okay, now this is the real shit. You understand? Got in there, auditioned. I thought I never got the gig. After 3 months, they called me. They said I got the gig, and that was my icebreaker into the entertainment industry.
Boom.
And from there, I never looked back.
My nigga, I'm losing my shit. You know, people gonna play this back and see me doing shit with my hands and shit. It's because I relate with that. I relate to you so much. I relate so much. And it's crazy because I don't think people know just how hungry we were for us to get to where we are. We were hungry, though. Literally two, right? Literally two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for you to be in a place that you don't know, for you to try new things and not knowing, just finding. You are touch and go. Finding information, touch and go. Hunting, Baba. They say there's a production company. Wait, What is it called? Where is it?
I want to find it.
Google. Oh, it's in Marshalltown. I'm there. Where's Marshalltown? I don't know. I'm gonna find a way. I have, how much do you have? $50. Taxi. There. You eat. No more money. How are you gonna eat? What? You know what I'm saying? I don't think people know just how hungry you need to be, dude. You need to be fully hungry.
Speaking of, let me tell you this. When I went for, when MTV used to do the VJ search,
I remember that.
I never knew where Hyde Park was. I never knew how to get to Hyde Park. I came from Nigeria, got in a taxi, and I was like, I'm gonna find Hyde Park. I remember I got to Hyde Park and I didn't have enough money because there's so many taxis that you need to catch. But no, give takes for my MTN boy. He said every boy, you understand?
Before the Ubers came. Understand what Uber is.
And I remember that one night when I went to the VJ search, and VJ search boy, I paid Sugu because also I made it like to the top 20, which is crazy in Joburg. So I didn't have, I didn't know anyone from Joburg. I couldn't contact anyone. I had to find a McDonald's to crash at a McDonald's. Like, that's how hungry I was. And
nobody knows this shit.
No, bro. Nobody knows this shit. No.
Nobody knows this shit. They look at you and they're like, look at this man, got a silver spoon in his mouth. They don't know how hard you had to work to get to where you were. And then I've seen, because me, I try to help as many people as I can. You know, I have this burning desire in me to want to, ignite magic inside of people. And you don't know how many people have disappointed me so much that you do them a solid. And when the going gets tough, they get going, bro. Do you know how disappointing that is, bro?
Part of the game, boy. It's part of the game.
It's like, you're not hungry enough, And I feel like a lot of people, especially the ones watching now that are feeling very inspired, you need to be sure that this is something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
Are you willing to go for a week without eating proper meals? Are you willing to go beg a friend to go sleep on their couch? Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
Are you willing to sleep in McDonald's? Are you willing to do that? If you're not, then listen, don't even try. And this is not me trying to break spirits. This is me trying to keep it real with everybody. I think it's important that we do too. Yeah, you can feel very inspired and very elevated, but you also need to know what's real. And this is the realness of it,
The whole time.
Bro, I really want to say, I really relate to your story fully, my guy. Fully. I went through literally the same shit that you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
Going to a casting, you don't even know what a casting is. You gotta text. You gotta be in Plegauri. I gotta be in Plegauri. And I'm in Mpumalanga at that time. Last 100 rands. I don't know, 100, 200 rands. I'm going.
Shit.
Okay, get there. Oh, fuck, I gotta walk 20 minutes. It takes English say smart. English say smart, boy. Yan smart.
You have to walk to that house.
You walk 25 minutes, boy. Yashi silanga like shy, boy. You get there, you meet models that are chilling like this, my homie.
Looking like $1 million.
Smelling like $1 million. When you are here, she say langa, bitch.
She say langa.
You wait 2 hours and then you get inside. And then they're like, okay, what is your name? And you're like, shit, I didn't even prepare. What is your agent? I think give me a minute. My agent is oh yeah, that's my agent. And I am. Have you done any jobs? No, I haven't done any job. Okay, let's go. You may leave, huh? Telling me I just traveled 2 hours for you guys to just go to me?
Yeah.
It's 6 p.m. Where the fuck am I going to sleep? You know what I'm saying?
I feel
they
you.
Don't know.
They don't know. They don't know these chats. Hey, they don't know. They don't know how hard it is. I think it's more of a passion thing. Like if you're passionate about it, like all these things don't really matter because your head is focused on what you want and whatever happens where you don't think about where you're gonna sleep. You don't think about what you're dressed in. You don't think about who's gonna sleep there and until you're there. That's done. Those are the chats.
Like,
that's what it is.
I have to eat. You're like, oh, I have to eat. There's something called food. Oh, dang, Anyways, that you saying that, dude, you're actually affirming a lot of things that I say on this show. This is like, as I say, disclaimer for everybody. This is an insert. This is the creative space where we share our passions, our ambitions, our journeys, and hopefully inspire a couple of people. I always say that all the time, for the jokers who don't understand what this is about, this is what it really is about. So, Mr. Caddy, because I understand that you understand the game, please, just share with the people here. There's a kid somewhere out there who wants to, maybe a kid from Nigel, who looks up to you. They want to do what you have done. What advice would you give them? Just quickly.
Okay. So first of all, the most important thing is you need to be certain of what you want to do. It must be something that somebody else told you, Kuti, this will look good on you, or you would do great at this. It must be something that you know deep down inside that you would kill it. And if you have that something deep down inside, you're expert, so you can go out, bro, and do you. I mean, if you really want to do something, you'll go the extra mile as doing research, finding out who are the people who are doing these things. If you want to be a TV presenter, find out how is it to be a TV presenter. What kind of a TV presenter do you want to be? Because people always want to be like
What
TV
kind?
presenters, but what kind
Yeah.
of show do you want to do? Do you
What
want to do a
kind?
sports show? Do you want to be a TV anchor for news? Do you want to do entertainment? Do you want to do food? So there's different types of TV presenters that you can be. Which one do you want to do? Find
Yeah.
out where it is. Find out how you can do it. Teach yourself, you know, grow yourself, knowledge, study it to the brim. I mean, if you do all these things where you do the research and you study it, it's going to be so easy for you to actually get closer to the dream. Go out, find where it is, like talk to people that are in the game, get inspiration from those people, surround
Fully.
yourself with people who are always there. I mean, if you want to be a presenter, hang with the presenters. If you want to be a big dog, run with the big dogs. That's how it is. If you want to be a model, hang with the models. Models will teach you the language of modeling. They will teach you, presenter will teach you the language of presenting. You know, all you got to do is just believe in it, have a passion for it, do your research, and automatically you're going to go forward and you're going to find it and it's going to be yours. That's all you have to do.
My dude. As I'm listening to you right now, going in, and I'm jamming to one of my favorite songs currently. Let me just lay it down for them. It's called "Eat the Sun" by Torah, and it's jamming, and you're going in. You saw me pray a bit. I was like, oh, the spirit just went like inside, and it was like, it's always so nice to have these conversations, man, especially late at night. You know, I feel like a lot of people are really woke to these kind of conversations around this time, and like I said, we're trying to change conversation. We're trying to unlock and really go into it. So, brother, I took a question from the comments, you know, earlier when I started this live, because that's what I do. For those who just logged in now, you guys don't take too long to log in, because in the beginning I take questions from the audience that I need to ask, you know, the guests that I have. I don't want to do it in between the show, so I want to do it as we begin. So if you want to ask questions that you want Caddy to answer, you should have asked them in the beginning. That's for future reference, by the way. So Thabo Dlamini asked the question. He was like, how was it like for you to come out this game and be proud of that shit and be like, I'm holding on to it. This is me. This is who I love. You know, this is who I love, and I love myself for being me, etc., etc. I think it's a very important question, especially for the culture, and I think it's a very touching question for him, because he asked me again just now in the comments. So I think this might mean a lot to somebody out there. So how was it for you? How did your parents take it? How did you come out in that way too?
For me, it was very difficult, because not being in the closet, but not being able to love myself and accept myself for who I am. It was really difficult for me, because I wasn't happy. I wasn't free. There were certain things that limited me from doing, like I couldn't do certain things because of how I felt. I was holding myself back. What I did was, actually, Joburg was the most place that impacted me. Like, it had so much impact to me, because when I got to the city, everybody was free, everybody was living their lives. So I decided, it's okay, this is what I need to do. I just need to come out, and I just need to live my life. When I came out to my parents, I told my parents like a year after I had like started dating boys and started telling people that I'm gay, you know, and doing all those things. And I told my parents always knew. My mom always knew. My mom was like, I just always knew, but I was just waiting for you to tell me. And after I told my mom, it was just free. And a lot of people always feel like it's so important for you to actually come out and tell your parents and tell your friends. At the end of the day, you just have to live your life. You don't owe anyone an explanation of this is who I am and this is what I do and this is what. People just need to live their lives, and they just need to just be themselves. And from that, everybody else is just, because, boy, listen to this. If I'm going to be confused about myself and not sure about myself, how is everybody else going to be sure about me? So if I'm sure about myself, everybody else is going to be like, shit, this nigga's sure about himself. Like, we don't need to question him. He's like, this is what he is, and this is who he is. That's it. Because if I'm going to be like, oh, I'm in the closet and I'm safe and I'm doing this, people are going to be like, ah, this one is shady. But if I come out and I'm just myself and I post about my relationships and I talk about niggas and all of that shit, people are going to be sure about me, and there's no questions that are going to be asked.
Also, more importantly, not more importantly, I don't know why I said that, taking that back, to add on to what you were saying. I feel like coming out for you or for anybody else basically is important, because it's a part of you being you. And that is
Exactly.
where the magic lies. That is the
Exactly.
uniqueness in you. You were fully embracing it and fully accepting it. And there it lies the magic, you know, you being
Trust.
you. Because
Yeah.
creativity thrives when you are comfortable and within
Yeah.
your space. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Because I know
Yeah.
for the longest time I was bullied, man. I used to be short, right?
Mhm.
Thin, with a
Mhm.
massive head. And that used to be my crutch. I swear to God, I couldn't speak in front of people because it was a crutch of mine. I
Sure.
couldn't do nothing, bro. I'd like to be in the shadows. I didn't have a girlfriend until grade 10 because I was scared that if I had a girlfriend and I found somebody to love me, what would they say if they found their boyfriend being bullied in school and made a fool of? You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
a crutch for me until one day
Mm.
I accepted. I'm like, okay, this is who I am. And I think people are bullying me because I'm bullying myself.
Sure.
I bully myself. I used to bully myself, look at myself in the mirror and be like, you ain't shit. I bullied myself, which meant that I wasn't owning up to what I was. And so when I
Sure.
officially owned up to what I was, trust me, ask about them, it's still Chris. They know that I took over by that time. Grade 10 was the
Yeah.
time where everything exploded. I ended
You
up
know.
from being super bullied. Yeah? From,
Touching base on that is, as soon as you accept who you are, and as soon as you get all the confidence and accept yourself, there's so many things that open. Like there's so many gates that
and
open. The way you think, the way you speak, the way you
the way you
walk,
speak.
the way. Oh man.
My boy, I ended up being the head boy of that entire school. Wait, I need to give myself a dab, bro. That's something I'm forever
Bow, bow,
proud
bow,
of.
bow, bow.
From being that kid that was fully bullied to being a person who accepted himself to being, you know, deputy head boy of an entire school, you know, that's one of my biggest accolades. I'll always shout that out to myself because I want to say there's gang people who get bullied out there
Sure.
and they
Yo, a
start
lot.
believing they're bullies. They start
Mm.
believing it and start
Yeah.
living that. And you see it in their demeanor, in the way they speak. And
Mm.
that's why I'm fully against bullying, but we're digressing. The topic is accept yourself, be unique, allow your creativity to flow. Mr.
All the
Caddy,
time.
thank you for joining us and dropping gems, bro.
Thank you so much, boy. What you're doing is on another level. Like, I really appreciate what you're doing. Like, from an artist perspective, I know people always think that artists in the game know what's going on in the game, but there's certain things that we don't know. And this platform actually has taught me so much. I really appreciate that, and keep going. And I like, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I pray and I wish you all the best, dog.
Receive, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. Look at everybody feeling you in my comment. I think I'm
Oh,
gonna kick
thank
you out
you.
because of the fact that they're feeling you out so much. They're feeling you a bit too much, okay? Y'all still my people. Jesus. Jeez Louise. Thanks, man.
Thanks, boy.
Love that nigga, man. That nigga is woke. Yes, yes. That boy is woke. Like, you can sit. You see, we even went over time. We can sit and just talk and talk. And every time we talk, I'm like, yeah, and this, and that. Yeah, man. So I hope you guys ate from that. That was a beautiful conversation from Mr. Caddy telling us about his journey. And I'm sure a lot of people are inspired right now because I'm really inspired even. You know, that whole journey of Nigel, he reminded me of how I went through the same shit, which makes me grateful to know that all of that was worth it. Thank you guys for joining, man. This was episode 2. Episode 1 had Nandi Mbatha, Ndlovu, Miss DP, and Didi Kuno. I want to shout them out again because it wasn't saved, because I wasn't really fully prepared with it yet. But I want to shout them out, and that's why this is called episode 2 and not episode 1. Just for those who are watching this after the fact, you know. Alrighty. Thank you so much to. I need to revise. How many people were here? There were 3 people. Thank you to Nandi Mbatha for shaking up the scene. Thank you, Ndlovu, for all the information for the entrepreneurs. Thank you to Caddy for the inspirational words and sharing his journey with us. It was a beautiful one. Thank you so much, guys.